What's up, family? I hope y'all doing good. Today we're going over 7 rules to stop giving a F. Okay? And the first rule is this: you're gonna die one day. You're gonna die one day. Everybody in this world is gonna die one day. And we have to understand and recognize that life is a gift. It's a blessing. And you shouldn't waste that gift and you shouldn't waste that blessing caring about what other people want you to do, or caring about the opinions of other people, or caring about what other people think. Because at the end of the day, you got to live with the life that you have. You got life, right? First off, let's understand that not everybody gets to live life, but you get to live life. You got life. You here right now. And even if your life ain't perfect, I'm sure you still love the fact that you get to eat food. You still get to, have a good friend group around. If you got a couple friends, you got loved ones, right? Even if things aren't perfect, I know you still got a reason to push on and live no matter what. And at the end of the day, this is your life. This is what you want to do with your life. This is your experience. All right. And so when you understand that we all gonna die one day, it's like, all right, you get to live your life how you want. You get to live your life how you want. Why can't I live my life how I want? The truth is you can. You just have to step into that. You got to understand that. And you got to, stop lowering yourself for others. Maybe you got big dreams and you got big goals. I want you to go after it. I want you to start believing in yourself because it's your life and you have permission to do so. You got permission to believe in yourself. You got permission to live a good life. You have permission to start making decisions for yourself. You have to understand that everybody wants to make decisions for you, but they're not you. It's not your life. It's not their life. My bad. It's not their life, right? It's your life. But we acting like it's not our life. And we listening to everybody else and what everybody else thinks and what everybody else says and what everybody else believes. But what do you believe? What do you want? Have we really asked that question? Have we really sat down and asked that question? Like, what do we want out of life? Have y'all ever just sat down and asked that? What do you want out of life? What do you want this life to be? So that's the first one. You're going to be dead. We all going to die. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to truly give yourself a good experience, an experience that you can be proud of, a life that you can be proud of. Right? Stop trying to make everybody happy. We can't make everybody happy. You don't even like everyone. So why do you expect everyone to like you? It can't work like that. You have to make decisions for yourself and you have to understand that you're going to die one day. So why do you care about the opinions of others? Do what works for you in your life, as long as you're not hurting nobody, right? As long as you're keeping good morals and, you have a strong foundation in life. As long as you're not hurting nobody, do what you got to do to make your life good. And that's what this is all about. The pursuit of happiness. If you're not happy, you're not living. You gotta do your best to be happy and be okay with the life that you got. Be happy with the life that you got, not the life that somebody else wants you to have. All right. Point 2 is everything you've learned in this life came from making mistakes. Why worry about making more? Why are you worried about making mistakes? See, we learn through mistakes. We learn through failure. There's a lot that failure can teach us. There's a lot that losses can teach us that winning cannot. Losses teach us everything that we need to learn in order to win. That's how powerful a loss is, right? A loss is really just a lesson. Let's keep it real. But why are we worried? Why are we worried about making mistakes? A lot of people don't even act. A lot of people don't move. A lot of people don't do the things that they really want to do because they're afraid of making mistakes. But I don't care to make mistakes. I want to make as many mistakes as I can, as fast as I can, so I can learn, so I can enjoy the journey, start winning. But in order to even win that life, in order to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish and start living a better life, you got to go through losses. You got to go through pain. You got to go through hardship. You got to go through understanding that not everything's going to work out the way you want it to work out. Right? Not everything's going to work out the way that you want it to work out. It's going to work out the way that it needs to work out for you, for your evolution, for you to have a better life. Life is happening for you, not to you. So everything you've learned in life came from making mistakes. So why not make more? Who cares? You going after your goals and dreams, you may not get it the first time. Who cares what people think? At least you're going after it. Most people don't go after nothing. Let's just keep it real. Most people don't go after anything in life. Right? The third point. All right. The third point. You wouldn't take advice from them. So why do you care? Why do you listen to their criticism if you wouldn't take advice from them anyways? We take criticism to heart so much, but we wouldn't even take advice from them. I have a great example, right? I have artists that reach out to me. They're like, man, what do you think of my music? And I like that they do that because, to be honest, they probably not even asking their friends or nothing like that. But I had this one person ask me, and I used to do music too. I still do music. You know, like my music is just online. It's just my name. You can go look it up. It's Malique Lewis. You can go find it. But somebody came up, they was like, man, I want my friends to support me. I want my friends to support my music. And I was like, listen, your friends don't do music. So you can't even take their criticism to heart because they're not even doing what you're doing. If they was doing what you're doing, that could be very different. Now, I know they're an audience, they're a listener. It's good to see what people think, but everybody got different taste. Everybody has different tastes and different music. You know, when I was making music, I tried to share it with people. Some people that was around me were Hispanic. Love Hispanics. I love everybody. But they listen to more Latin music. And I love Latin music too. You know, they listen to Bad Bunny and stuff like that. So when they listen to me and my music and my experiences and what I'm coming with and the flow that I'm coming with, they can't really like appreciate that fully because that's just not what they listen to. That's not what they grew up listening to. There's also sometimes language barriers. It's just a different culture. It's a different flavor of music. You can't ask people that's just sitting around in your life, okay, what do you think about my music? What do you think about my music? You got to ask people who make music and who make music maybe like how you make music. And that's how you can grow and get better. We have to take advice from people who are trying to do what we're doing, or they're already doing it, or they're already successful at it. You got to get advice from those groups of people. We trying to get advice from people who's not doing what we're doing. And I started to realize that's flawed. I started to realize that's not really a good thing. It's not a good thing. So again, you wouldn't take advice from them. So why do you care about their criticism? You still got to show up every day and put the work in and do what you got to do. You know, that's a real life example. You know, so if you making music or you creative, you asking people their thoughts. It's cool to ask people their thoughts, but you got to ask people who actually do what you do and take that criticism more seriously because they do what you do. But for everybody else, it's like they don't know what you're trying to accomplish in this world. Go after it. Who cares, right? The next point number 4, 99% of your regrets come from the things that you don't do, not the other way around, right? So when you do something, what this means is when you do something, you don't regret it because it's like, man, I did it. At least I tried. At least I tried. At least I went for it, right? But the regrets are going to come from the things that you don't do. When you know that you should have went for it and you don't do it, you're going to regret it. And the number one thing that I don't want to happen to y'all is when y'all is old, 100 plus years old, live a long, beautiful life. And you in your rocking chair and then you have all these regrets about the things that you didn't do. Now we got to do it, man. And the truth is, as long as we got life, then we have an opportunity to do it. But you got to go after it. You got to do it. So a lot of people's regrets come from the things that they don't do. And I don't want that to be you. I want you to really enjoy your life. I want you to really go after it. I want you to understand that great things happen to people who are willing to take a risk and take a chance on themselves. Don't regret. Don't not do it because, it ain't the cool thing to do or it's not popular or who cares about all that? Who cares? Again, 99% of your regrets come from the things that you don't do, not the other way around. Point number 5, can you control it? No, then F it. Focus on what you can. We can't control what people think. And that puts me at peace. I have no control over what people think of me. I have no control over what you think about this video. Some people's gonna think this video is good. They needed it. Some people's not gonna like the video. That's okay. That's life. All right. And we have to understand that if you can't control it, then we have to move on. Control what you can control. Stop being upset about things that you have no control over. I mean, it's cool to be upset about it for like 5 minutes, but after then you have to accept reality and move on. And if you can, find the silver lining, because there is a silver lining to a lot of things. I ain't saying all things have a silver lining, but even some people do believe that. But because I can see certain things happening where it's like, there's no silver lining there. But there's always a lesson to be learned. There's always something that we can take away. And I am a big believer that maybe 99% of things really do have a silver lining. Find that. And the silver lining simply just means something that you can take away from a bad situation. or a good one, right? But if it's a bad situation, you could take away something from it to actually improve your life. And I really do believe that. People who have that mindset tend to be very successful at whatever they put their mind to. Because like we said earlier, what's the harm in trying? And we only learn through failure. So failure and losses, people look at that, they take the silver lining, they learn a lesson, they try again and then they succeed. Or they try again and then they fail, but they fail better, if that makes sense. They fail better than they did before because they came closer to their goal. So again, man, if you can't control it, who cares? Take the silver lining from it, move forward, focus on what you can control, and just do the best that you can. Number 6, nobody is thinking about you as much as you think about yourself. That is 100% the truth. Everyone has their own life. Everyone has things that they're doing in their life that they're focused on. We can't control everybody. Nobody can control us. And the truth is, man, like, people have things that they need to worry about. So we're probably the ones thinking the most about a particular situation or the most about ourselves. We're not the center of the world. We may be the center of our own world because it's our life. But even for me, God is at the center of my life. So again, nobody is thinking about you as much as you're thinking about yourself. Hopefully that puts y'all at some sort of peace. All right. And last but not least, the most important things in life are not achieved by caring more, but by caring less. By caring less. Like, I'm going to go after my goals and dreams, and I don't care what you think. I'm going to go to the gym every single day, and I don't care if people try to slow me down and say, why are you always working out? Why are you always working out? I'm working out because I like to work out. I'm doing me. And when you keep caring, you keep serving everyone else, and you keep living the life that everyone else wanted to live. But the truth is, not everybody could live through you, right? And when you're not locked in, you forget to live through yourself. You trying to please everybody else and make everybody else hop inside the pilot seat. But this is your life. You're the one that has to drive the plane and live with the results. You're the one that has to create a good mental space for yourself. Stop listening to everybody else and start locking in. Start focusing on the things that matter. Start caring less and focus more on the things that matter in your life. All right. So these are 7 steps to really just stop caring, man. And people are still going to care about things that they can't control. They're going to care so much about what people think about them. And I just hope that they find this video on YouTube and they start living, man. Because once you start living, once you start understanding like life is short, you just appreciate the process a lot more. And even the criticism you get or the hate that you get, the lack of belief or faith that others may have in you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't tear you down. It only fuels you to do you even more. It only fuels you to focus on what matters even more. So if people don't like you, who cares? We can't be liked by everyone anyways. If people don't understand why you're working so hard, who cares? You know where you're trying to go. So stop caring so much and really, really lock in on your life. This is your life. And you have every right. You have every right to live it, to do right by it, to protect it, and to enjoy it. I love you. I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.